into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3 on a Thursday, the 30th of November, but also a Friday Eve. We're so excited for the weekend. Good morning, team.
I was going to tease you for going, before you started talking, and then I went,
I know.
Friday is the
Almost in December. Hey.
Oh, can you believe?
Well, talking about exciting times, JP Sebastian is in the house and he's bringing us the latest movies opening this weekend. It's been exciting in the world of movies, hey? So I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us.
Then we know Good Luck and DJ Ganyani released an absolute banger. We're going to get into the lyrics behind the song as a nice little prelude to having Good Luck in studio this morning. They're going to perform. We absolutely love them and they are so talented. It's so cool.
It's going to be a morning filled with dancing. They're going to get us dancing, and of course we have Paul Kunene here to do a little bit of a gumboot workout with us. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be burning calories.
Universal coverage.
Yes.
Let's get you prepped for those temperatures ahead. It looks like it's shaping up to be a beautiful day.
Good morning, team. It's going to be a very exciting Thursday indeed, but let's start off with your weather and those temperatures. It seems like summer has arrived for most parts of the country, with temperatures even reaching the early 40s for Uppington today. Very, very hot. However, over in PE and George today, cooler temperatures can be felt. Ek hardloop hier vinnig deur. Polokwane begin op 15 en styg na 27. Mbombela 16, 26. Pretoria 16 en 'n warm 30 en 'n paar donderstorms wat verwag kan word, en 'n paar donderstorms vir Johannesburg met 15 minimum en 'n maksimum van 28 later. Mahikeng 19:33, Klerksdorp 18 en 32 later. Kimberley 22 en baie warm 36 grade. Bloemfontein 16:35 en 'n bietjie donderstorms wat verwag kan word. Richards Bay op 20, dit styg na 25. Pietermaritzburg 15:22, Durban 21 and a high of 23 degrees. Mthatha kicking off on 13 and a mild 24. East London 17:23, Cradock 14:33, Port Elizabeth starting off on 16, reaching a high of 22. George 14:22. Sutherland on 10 minimum and a maximum of 30 later on today. Cape Town 16:26. Worcester 12:33. Springbok on 9:30 and Uppington on 19 and very, very hot 41 degrees later on today. That's a wrap of your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. As always, we'll keep you updated throughout the course of your morning. I'm back just after 7 with another look.
Thank you, Ewan. Well, let's look at the road, starting off in Gauteng and Johannesburg. In fact, in Boysens, there's a stationary vehicle on the M1 northbound near the Crown Interchange. You can expect congestion approaching the CBD this morning. And then moving to the Western Cape in Khayelitsha, where on the N2 inbound, there's an accident before the R300 interchange, and it's causing heavy delays from Spine Road, so allow for some extra travel time this morning. That's where I leave your traffic. Another update coming your way in half an hour.
Effaflu C Immune Booster from Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Well, it's time for us to head to social media this morning. Can you believe it? November is officially over. Tomorrow marks the first day of December. And we want to know from you, have you even started your festive shopping yet? Let's see what you had to say. Vincent says, good morning, Expresso family. Not yet, he says. Sinovoyo says, no, never. Still going to do some shopping. Nathan says, actually, I can't wait for December, but I haven't done my shopping yet. Garth Xavier says, morning peeps, one of these days, but definitely not now. We'll be going in December. Teresa says, not yet. And Kelly Bonnet says, I'm done. Shoo. Now starting with school uniform there and there. So, yeah, Kelly Bonnet's the only one who's actually done. Well done. I usually leave it to the day before. I don't suggest you do that, so you might want to get in early. And, yeah, hopefully we'll have some success this time. But let me know. Have you even started your festive shopping yet?
Bought like 1,000 presents for the little man. Yeah, can we quickly see the socks? Come on, show the socks. Show the socks, man.
Okay. Yes, that
sets the scene for the new movies releasing over the weekend. We're going to take a look at what's trending at the box office. JP Sebastian and I are going to do that.
Okay, cool. That's exciting. But what else is exciting is the fact that we are hanging out with one of our favorites on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. It's Good Luck. They are in studio. They're going to make sure we have a great Thursday. But before we catch up with them, we're going to unpack their lyrics that they did with DJ Ganyani, It's called fading. We'll unpack that and see what that exactly means. That and more after the break.
Ever wanted to visit a snowy winter wonderland or relax on a tropical beach? You can visit your ideal destination when you win one of 21 dream holidays every week from the 2nd of October until the 15th of December with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive. To enter, visit a BP fuel station and swipe your Avios card when you spend 400 Rand or more. Get your Avios card for free at BP, activate your card, and you could win big with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
What happened? Did you get up sick? You go.
We were just talking about you've got a year in New York, but it all started when you got that crown on your head. What is that feeling like? Where do you go from here at 22 years old?
Well, I guess just up. Yes. It's so difficult to describe a feeling, something that you've dreamt for and worked for just about your whole life. It's undescribable to explain that feeling, but it's the best feeling in the whole wide world.
And that was her advice to young ladies who want to be Miss Universe, by the way. Just go for it. Do it. That's all she did. She set her mind to.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. Thank you for joining us nice and early on your Friday Eve. The weekend is almost here. Deanne, I stole your line. I know. It's your line, but we're all celebrating. It's the end of November, guys. It's the end of November.
Sure.
That is crazy.
We're just holding on. We're holding on.
Listen, what's happening in the world before we get there?
You know that we're family here on Expresso. Even you at home, you're family. And our very
I know
own
that guy.
Graham,
I know him.
he's a dad. We know this by now. So we wanted to see what G gets up to in his everyday life, and his latest post on social media shows him in dad mode, something that little Jack definitely found funny when he was being fed by daddy himself.
What happened? Did you get up sick? You go.
and everybody in studio just giggling up a storm. How cute is that, G? I'm sorry, we love you, but Jack walks away with the cuteness of
Yeah, sorry, G.
That
You have
little
been
laugh that bubbles
replaced.
from the tummy. How adorable.
Oh, he is beautiful. He is beautiful. Y'all make some beautiful children on this show, huh?
Hey man,
Come on now.
It's the water here. Or the coffee. Or the coffee. I don't know.
We love it. Well, something that we also love is Demi Lee Nell Peters, who made South Africa proud earlier this week when she was crowned Miss Universe. And now she's spoken about what life-changing moment it's all been for her as she made her television debut on Good Morning America.
And we were just talking about you've got a year in New York, but it all started when you got that crown on your head. What is that feeling like? Where do you go from here at 22 years old?
Well, I guess just up. Yes. It's so difficult to describe a feeling, something that you've dreamt for and worked for just about your whole life. It's undescribable to explain that feeling, but it's the best feeling in the whole wide world.
And that was her advice to young ladies who want to be Miss Universe, by the way. Just go for it. Do it.
Just
That's
go
all she
for
did.
it.
She set her mind to.
Guys, I'm gonna call it now, okay? We love her. I'm gonna call it now. I think America's gonna snatch her up.
No,
They're
don't.
gonna snatch her up
Don't.
for something, for a CV series, for a show, for something.
Yeah.
She is so gorgeous. They're gonna snatch her. I know.
But she's having the time of her life. I quickly saw a post of her this morning where she's eating cheesecake in Times Square, which she said is like a benchmark
She's
for her.
worked
Like
for
she
it. She
ticked that off. She can. Well done, Demi Lee. You are phenomenal.
We'll be keeping tabs of your entire Miss Universe journey, so don't worry. We will keep you updated here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Just to feel good this morning. So the weekend is almost upon us. Let's get into what's breaking at the box office. Mr. Yarperson.
Hello, that's the name from now on. Please strap that, Yarperson.
Yarperson, Yarpy Funny Yarpy. Absolutely love you, dude. Why? Because you bring us the latest. I know you take a lot of time to get into the movies. I'm trying to wrap my head around this
Just
holiday offering.
overflowing right now after seeing Jack again.
Oh, just too much, man. Just too much. Actually made him cry. Made him cry a little bit. So let's go into movies that could be for the little one, but looking at the cast could be for everyone. Paddington 2 is here.
A movie that I have not seen myself yet, but I'm really keen to. The reviews, like I think The Guardian, for example, the newspaper gave it like 10 out of 10.
Wow.
It's sitting on a really high average among critics. It's your favorite bumbling, clumsy, polite English bear. Well, actually Peruvian, actually. Dude's one of very few refugees that they seem to care about. And in this story, he's made his home with the Browns. He's sort of making his way in the city. He decides it's time for a bear to get a job, obviously, right?
Yeah,
so there is necessarily a villain, and that is played by Hugh Grant, who is a master of disguise.
I was going to ask, but I mean, you've got Jim Broadbent, you've got
Brendan Gleeson. I love so much about these movies is that you've got grown-ups who are taking it dead seriously. It's not just sort of like dialing it in. Because
I mean, but this is a legacy, you know?
Absolutely, and the same feeling I got watching this, like grinning. I think I was laughing like Jack, like throwing my arms up. I get the feeling I'll enjoy this as much as I do The Muppets, which is like a masterpiece of just
iconic, man.
Grown-ups being, in love with something that, like,
and understandably so. I love that. Then I've got Accident. It looks like I Know What You Did Last Summer has been reborn. Tell me through that.
Accident, as opposed to I will go watch this on purpose. JP, shame. Two teens go out on a road trip to go to a music concert, as teens are wont to do.
Yeah.
And they hook up with male teens of who have found for themselves a car by criminal means, and so the joyride turns into a thriller sort of ride and whatnot. They have this accident during, stuff getting too wild, and they find out the car actually belongs to this mafia dude who's packed the thing with money. They get chased by a helicopter with a machine gun through the forest, and teenagers survive that kind of thing.
But you've got to think fast and you've got to drive faster, bud. Then Overdrive, is that the same movie?
Good job, Hollywood. Like, seriously, just keep hitting that red button with the one with the dollar sign in it. So Overdrive, because we were all dying to see another one from the writers of Too Fast and Too Furious, comes too broke for good actors, I suppose. Overdrive is these two dudes are professional hijackers who steal, again, the wrong car, fall into the hands of a mafia boss. It sounds like I'm talking about the exact same movie, but then they have to pull a job for him against another mafia boss to save themselves, which just also sounds like Gone in 60 Seconds. So, if you want to soften the brain cells.
It's in the zone and it's got fast cars, hey, and it's got an Eastwood in it, which has got to count for something. Then, this one you broached yesterday, Battle of the Sexes, Emma Stone, Steve Carell. This has got to be a golden union on
such a beautiful
screen,
piece of cinema. It's from the directors of Little Miss Sunshine. And so there's like just the colors, the design, the richness, everything that transports you to the time that this was in. It was a famous tennis match, a true story, from 1973 between Bobby Riggs, who was an ex-men's tennis champion, who challenged a woman
chauvinist,
who said he puts the show business back into chauvinist. I can't remember how he does the line. A lot better than JP, I can assure you. But he's an ex-number one. She is a present women's number one, and they go head-to-head in this totally stupid display that would prove absolutely nothing, but she takes it dead seriously. She puts the world on her shoulders. And
she had to at that time, man.
Yeah, it looks like one of those movies that's definitely going to be in like Oscar running, at least.
It's going to get a nod, and then not so much A Bad Mom's Christmas, or maybe it is Oscar worthy. We will find out in how many popcorns it's going to get a little bit later in the show. Dude, thank you so much. Christmas is clearly here. So we're going to take a look at Bad Mom's Christmas a little bit later in the show. Stick around for that, and make sure, if you can, get out to the movies. You can catch any of the movies we've spoken about at New Metro, the closest cinema to you this weekend.
Find the best entertainment at New Metro Cinemas. It's your scene.
Well, we really love local music here on our Feel Good Breakfast show, and sometimes we like to delve behind the scenes of the writing process. So we caught up with Good Luck and chatted about their collaboration with DJ Ganyani in this week's edition of Lyrics Explained.
Hey, this is Jules from Good Luck, and I'm here to talk about the lyrics of the song Fading, which is our collaboration with DJ Ganyani.
I've been sitting here for quite some time, love. You've been playing on my mind.
I've been sitting here for quite some time, love. You've been playing on my mind. I've been hurting, but I've tried to act tough. Now I'm falling far behind. Verse 1 of Fading starts off by setting the scene of a girl thinking on her own about a relationship that she is involved in currently. You kind of get to a point where things get difficult, you know, life gets in the way. Maybe some people have kids, some people get married, you know, complications come into your lives, and you maybe fall out of love with each other a little bit, but there's still that really deep-set love that you've got that you're holding on to. And I think verse 1, for me, when I was writing the song, I was in that headspace of just trying to capture a person sitting there, taking stock and taking check of where she's at within the relationship and trying to figure out where to next.
So I ask you, what do you want me to do? Say it and I'll make it true.
So I ask you, what do you want me to do? Say it and I'll make it true, because I'm broken at the thought of you. So I ask you, what do you need me to say? Even the words fall away as I'm fading into yesterday. Verse 1 sets up the tone for a crossroads where this girl is sitting at, and she's just deciding whether to turn left or turn right in the relationship. Before she decides where she's going to turn, she kind of reaches out to the person that she's in love with and says, you know, I'm just asking you one more time, like, what do you need from me to make this work? You know, what can I do to fix this? What can I do to make this better? How can I change my behavior to go back to a time before when we were way more easy with each other? Your heart's just wanting to go back to a time that was easier in love and easier maybe in life as well.
Every memory of the way we did love.
Every memory of the way we did love. Oh, it burns me like a flame. And I know that though I'm searching for us, things will never be the same. So verse 2 kind of is more of an acceptance. The song is a journey about a realization within a relationship that you are constantly evolving, constantly changing. And I guess it's about reaching a point where you've got to make a decision as to what you're going to do, if you're going to go your separate ways or if you're going to continue and try and make it work. Even though her heart is wanting to fade into the past, she's realizing that that's no way to live. She actually needs to look forward to the future and make the right decisions for herself and for her love and for her love of her significant other.
'Cause I'm fading, 'cause I'm fading, 'cause I'm fading, 'cause I'm fading, 'cause I'm fading into yesterday.
Love it. What a great track. DJ Ganyani together there with Good Luck, unpacking that lyrics for the song Fading. But on the very good news is that Good Luck is actually joining us in studio on your Thursday morning. So stick around. They're going to be performing for us in just a bit.
You do not want to miss out on that. And then after the break, we'll also be burning some calories with gumboot dancing. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a bit.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. It's time for What's Trending. It's where we look at what's interesting, what's random, what's funny, all over the socials. And man, am I excited to share some of the things that we've seen with you.
Yeah, man. There's some very, very cute stories out there. So we just saw Graham and his little baby boy as well having a bit of a giggle. It was too cute. Now, normally it's a gradual kind of transition, you know, from 0 kids to 1 to 2. But sometimes you have twins and then the babies are there. So there's this one dad. He's the father of twins and he's also a photographer. And he shared shared a series of twin pictures of their lives in seriously impossible kind of scenarios. Wow.
What is going on?
It's like,
that is so funny. Oh, that's cool. Wow.
That is funny.
That's
look at
really
that.
far.
Check that. Like, that's amazing though, the pictures that he pulls out.
Okay, all right. That's pretty cool.
So clever.
Oh, Dad is certainly having a lot of fun.
Adorable. Yeah. Well, today's the last day of November. Tomorrow is the 1st of December. Many people will be putting up their Christmas trees, perhaps this weekend. But if you have a pet, you know that that's for them just the biggest treat in the world. So on Facebook, we found ways on how you can protect your Christmas tree from your pet. I mean, that's very extreme, putting a little gate around it. But look at the doggy.
It's breaking the Christmas spirit. But it's good because...
Have you seen a cat in a Christmas tree?
This is what my tree looked like last year when I got a new puppy.
It was eaten off at the bottom.
Well, I think the best one would probably be an upside-down Christmas tree from the roof.
Oh, my word. So crazy. Well, you guys, I found this other story. It's received 2.2 million views so far. It's been, it's gotten 3,500 comments. It's a boy, not a boy, a guy by the name of Ryan Brewster. Him and his girlfriend go bowling, and the girlfriend misses the shot. But what's funny is he catches his dog's reaction at the moment she misses the shot. Check it out.
Exactly, she just missed that.
He's just so disappointed in her. And just like so deadpan face. I love that.
Really?
Can we see
really?
it?
Oh, I love that. We got to check that out again a little bit later. Don't be that guy. Or don't be that girl.
She's like it. Thank you so much, ladies. Well, that's a quick roundup of your interesting stories we found on social media. But let us know which hashtag video or story has caught your attention online this morning. And we would love for you to share your thoughts with us online on our Facebook page, also on Twitter, using that hashtag Expresso Show.
So this weekend, the world's toughest athletes undoubtedly will descend on the Mother City for one of the toughest races, the 4th annual Ultra Trail Cape Town. Over 100 Ks. Some of the best ultra trail runners in the world will be here to do battle, I think, on one of the most picturesque routes in the world as well. And I'm joined this morning by one of the organizers, a man with a lot of pressure on his shoulders, Nick Bowman. Great to see you again, my friend. And, you know, talking of toughies, of course, she looks so tough. It's Australian trail runner Lucy Bartholomew. Lucy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the country. Have you been to SA before?
No, I haven't. Yeah, I've been wanting to come here for a very long time, so it's great to be here.
And what an opportunity to be here, to do a race like this. Does this make you nervous or does it excite you when you see this background?
I think there's no better way to see a place than to run 100 Ks. So let's do it.
You can run 20 and still see quite a lot. Nick, Ultra Cape Town, this is massive, Ultra Trail Cape Town. Give us a kind of broad perspective of what the race is all about.
Well, fundamentally, it's a race that goes over the mountain. And we're in a fortunate position with the 100-kilometer that we're able to tie together the best parts of Cape Town, the different communities throughout the peninsula, and connecting it by trail. So the amazing landscapes that the route does go through is quite amazing, and it's an opportunity for us also to give aid to the runners in different parts of Cape Town, like Llandudno, Signal Hill, Constantia Neck, UCT. So yeah, it really brings together the Cape in a very interesting and different, unique way.
When you mention those landmarks, they're all very far apart from one another. Yes. It's going to be such an epic route.
You should live in Australia. It's not. We drove around the route, and I was like, that was really quick.
Yeah. Well, look, it's not flat. Okay,
yeah,
maybe we've got something there. But speaking of, I know you approach every race as exactly that. It's very competitive. We've got some of the best runners in the world here. You've had a taste of what the terrain is going to be like. What makes you nervous about running? Can't just be the wind.
The wind, and it's really, really technical. Coming from Australia, we don't really have like the rocky terrain that's on Table Mountain, and yeah, it's going to be a real challenge for me, but it's so beautiful that even if it is too technical, I can just look out at the sea, so it's going to be good.
There are a lot of opportunities to have woosah moments in Cape Town. Everywhere you look, it's beautiful. You are really young, and I've seen a trend especially with ultra athletes, of kind of finding their footing or their pace, if I can use a cliche, a little bit later in life, 21 years old, to have achieved what you've achieved. How has your journey brought you to this point? Why focus on the ultra?
I started running when I was 16 and ran my first 100K at 16 years old with my dad.
So genetics is what you're saying? Genetics is
No, I honestly, I don't think I'm built to be a runner, nor would you think that I would if you saw where I lived and how I was when I was younger. But my dad got into it and we shared that 100 kilometres side by side.
Wow.
So it's a pretty powerful thing and it's something that yeah, I've just followed my love for it and the community has kept me in the sport.
And obviously an incredible gift. So, Nick, if we're not going to be cheering for Lucy, okay, who should we be cheering for from a South African perspective? Who's in the race, man?
Because of the Ultra Trail World Tour, which we joined this year, it's been quite amazing, the response we've got from international and local elites that want to run in Cape Town. It's certainly one of the world's most iconic destinations, and it's an invitation to travel. And I don't want to get into picking anybody. I think we...
He has to be neutral,
we want to be neutral, but we're in a fortunate position where we've got such a stacked, deep field, as they call it in running, that we could have a pack of 10 runners all gunning for it there, and that's what we want. I would not want to pick one person. I would 10 guys in the mix at the end, and really it's a race to the finish. So, but yeah, we've got some big names from South Africa like Ryan Sands, Eric Ngubane, who is the previous record holder. We've got Bongmusa Mthembu, who's the Comrades winner. It's always interesting to see how someone from a road-specific background, you put him onto technical terrain and his sheer speed and how he would cope under those circumstances. So it's quite an interesting mix of having trail specialists and some of the really fast Comrades guys. So we're really excited to see how it goes down.
Oh, Lucy, we will cheer for you wherever we see you, but all the best of luck. Welcome to South Africa again.
Thank you
Brother,
very much.
well done.
Thank
and
you.
all the best of luck this weekend.
Okay.
Go and support internationals, locals, an incredible field at the Mother City's Ultra Trail, Cape Town.
In the national news this morning, Eskom says it's confident that the entire Medupi project will be completed by 2021 if it doesn't experience any further delays. Earlier this week, the power utility announced that it has linked Unit 4 of the power station, a rare example of a project that's been completed ahead of time. Construction has been marred by delays, but Eskom says that the entire project should be completed by the deadline date. The 2017 South African Citizens Bribery Survey has revealed that the number of South Africans being asked for a bribe has increased in the past year. Conducted by the Ethics Institute, the survey found that 37% of respondents know someone who has been asked for a bribe in the past year, up 4% from 2016, while the average bribe amount was 1,550, down by 650 from last year. The survey found that the top 5 most common types of bribes are to avoid traffic offences, 39%, to obtain a driver's license, 18%, to secure a job, 14%, to receive a public service, 8%, and to avoid police or criminal charges, 7%. Now moving further abroad, after a year marked by devastating cyber attacks and breaches, security researchers say online attackers are expected to become even more destructive in 2018. A report by security firm McAfee says the ransomware outbreaks of 2017 offer just a taste of what's to come as hackers develop new strategies and business models. They added that as ransomware profitability fades in the face of new defenses, hackers will turn to new kinds of attacks that could involve damage or disruption of computers and networks. And then finally, Pope Francis has celebrated his first public mass in Myanmar, staunchly defending ethnic rights in a nation facing accusations of ethnic cleansing. Speaking at the mass attended by 150,000 Catholics, the Pope called on Myanmar's top Buddhist monks to conquer prejudice and hatred. The pontiff's 4-day visit has so far been marked by a public avoidance of the crisis in northern Rakhine state and Myanmar's treatment of its Rohingya Muslim community. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get a look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Let's kick it off with footy this morning and certainly wasting no time. SuperSport United marked their return to the PSL with a win as they beat Ajax Cape Town by a goal to nil in Nelspruit last night. 25th minute goal from Aubrey Modiba proved to be all that was needed as SuperSport jumped up to 10th on the log with their 4th win of the season. So the next round of PSL action is set for Tuesday. The Sundowns are up against Baroka while Orlando Pirates will tackle SuperSport United. Staying with football, but a bit further afield, Man City kept their 8-point lead at the top of the Premier League table as they pulled off a 2-1 win over Southampton last night. The game looking set to end as a 1-1 draw. Raheem Sterling found the winner in with 96 minutes on the clock, securing City's 11th win, or rather 13th win in 14 league games. Now the results coming out of last night's action: Liverpool beat Stoke 3-0. Arsenal put 5 past Huddersfield, while Chelsea earned a 1-0 win over Swansea. Then on to cricket, a dead rubber. Last night's Ram Slam T20 match between the Lions and the Titans in Joburg sadly was abandoned due to rain without a ball being bowled. But the no result does see each team earn a point, which keeps the Titans in first place on the log with 23 points, while the Lions are still back down in fifth, 13 points adrift. In last night's only other game, the Cobras saw out a 10-run win over the Warriors. Then staying with cricket, finally, Ben Stokes' Ashes comeback looks set to be delayed even further after British police referred his assault case to the Crown Prosecution Service yesterday for a decision on charging. Now, Ben Stokes has been under investigation for his involvement in an incident outside a Bristol nightclub on the 25th of September, where a man had his eye socket fractured. England will be without Ben Stokes for the second test of the Ashes series when they desperately need him. That gets underway this Saturday at the Adelaide Oval. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's take a look at the roads. It's busy this morning in Gauteng and Alberton. There's a stationary vehicle on the R59 northbound before Michelle Avenue exit. Then in Midrand, there's also been an accident on the N1 southbound before New Road exit. That one's been moved to the side of the carriageway. It's still causing delays from the Brakfontein interchange. And then in the Western Cape in Lansdowne, we have another accident on the M5 northbound that's on the side of the carriageway before the N2 highway. So please allow for some extra travel time this morning due to extra delays. That's where we leave your traffic. Another update coming your way just after 8.
It's a couple of minutes past 7 o'clock. Let's quickly get into your weather and those temperatures. And it looks like summer has definitely arrived for most parts of the country, even reaching the early 40s in Uppington today. However, cooler temperatures can be felt for Port Elizabeth and George today. Ons hardloop vinnig deur. Polokwane begin op 15, dit styg na 27 grade maksimum. Mbombela 16, 26, Pretoria 16 en 'n warm 30 met 'n paar donderstorms wat verwag kan word. En ook 'n paar donderstorms vir Johannesburg met 15 minimum en 'n maksimum 28. Mahikeng 1933, Klerksdorp 1832, Kimberley skop af op 22 en baie warm later vandag 36 grade, Bloemfontein 16:35, Richards Bay op 20 minimum en 'n maksimum van 25, Pietermaritzburg starting off on 15 with a maximum 22 degrees, Durban 21, 23, Mthatha 13 and a mild 24, East London 17, 23, Cradock 14, 33, Port Elizabeth on 16 minimum and that cool 22 degrees, George 14, 22 as well, Sutherland starting off on 10, reaching a high of 30, Cape Town 16, 26, Worcester 12, 33, Springbok 9, 30 and Uppington 19 and very, very hot late on today, 41 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. One more update heading your way in just over an hour's time at 8 o'clock.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we need to get our workout on. And of course, we're burning calories this morning through an incredible gumboot dance. And then we're also talking daily tech this morning and batteries that charge 5 times faster. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel-Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Well, the world of technology is always changing. So let's see what's making it big in the world of daily technology.
And stress the word daily because obviously smartphones are a daily part of our lives. And I think all of us have issues around batteries and battery life and how quickly we can charge them. So once again, we hone in on Samsung. We've had a phenomenal year and continue to break ground with another new development. This time they have unveiled a new material that can be used to produce batteries with 5 times faster charging speeds than your standard lithium batteries. So it's made from a form of carbon that they call graphene, and they're saying that a phone using these new batteries will be able to fully charge in just 12 minutes.
That's insane.
We've been using the lithium-based batteries since 1991, so I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's time for a change, man.
Let it go.
How long will it hold that charge? That's something that I really would like to know as well, because we use our phones for so much of our day to day. I think we just chow through the batteries, but the next step, obviously, in this new battery technology is, now releasing it to market. So I wonder where they stand in terms of that. But really interesting. And obviously, outside of the mobile phone technology, this new material has massive, massive implications. Electric cars. You imagine when you quickly pop to the shops, you can still charge your car fully. Amazing stuff, man.
Really nice.
Then another story that's not going to interest you, but might interest the likes of me, gentlemen at my age. It's a story about, I think, a lot of gentlemen out there. It looks like in the near future, you might be able to wave goodbye to the blues surrounding hair loss, okay? It looks like a group of scientists in South Korea have created a new biochemical agent that claims to not only prevent hair loss, but could actually promote the growth of brand new hair. The team found that the balding happens when 2 different proteins, to get technical here, that are found on the top of the scalp bind together, preventing regeneration of the hair. So this new substance prevents these 2 proteins from binding, thus allowing hair to continue to grow. And when applied to a bald scalp for a period of just 28 days, they saw it led to the growth of brand new hair follicles.
Oh, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Listen, you say that women won't understand. Like sometimes that hairline gets affected, because of like weaves or whatever. So I could bring it back.
I just noticed when the makeup girls are doing that, they're like, why are you dancing out there? I'm like, no, just the top of your forehead. But it's something that we all relate to. So amazing stuff. This is where the world is today, man.
Definitely. Exciting times.
Well, listen, we love trying new things here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So we have the pop-up gym and we're about to do a gumbo dance lesson session. I have Mpo and Letsejo here with me this morning and they're taking me through the moves. You joined us a little bit earlier, but we want you to join in on the moves. Guys, what is it about gumbo dancing that, I mean, it's a trend people are loving at the moment?
You know, so with Pop-Up Gym, we're all about showing people that there's so much variety out there.
Yes.
Hashtag no excuses, because there is something out there for everybody. Not everyone loves going into the gym. Not everybody loves cycling and running. There's so much variety, hence we've introduced gumboot dance, something that's very synonymous with Africa itself.
Yes.
So we're going back to our roots and, yeah, getting the ladies excited with something different.
And I think, you know, just the rhythm that's going to come with it, I think anyone can pick it up regardless of whether you've got rhythm or not.
Absolutely, and you're in a squat position all the time, so you're working on the glutes, you're working on the quads. It's a workout as it is.
Okay, well, it is a workout indeed, so let's show you what it's all about.
Okay, the first element is hand claps.
Okay.
4 claps, you go 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's try it 7, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you stamp 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you hit the boot inside 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's do those 3. 5,
Okay.
6, 7, 8. And it's stamp. 1, 2, 3. Hit the boot. Then you hop to your right, your arms opposite side, and then you hop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, can we try it from the top?
Yes, let's try
5, 6, 7, 8. And we go. 1, 2, 3. Hit the boot. Hop. Opposite. Stay down. Again. And we go. Stomp. And hit. Stay down and go. And. Arms up. All right.
I love
So
that. Can
basically
we try
that.
it once more?
Yes. One more time, full out,
Because
stay
the
down.
hopping's not that easy. Is there another way to break it down?
Okay.
No. Okay.
So breaking it down, hand claps, that's the first element.
Yes.
The second element is stamping.
Yeah.
The third element is hitting the boot.
The problem I'm struggling with is the hopping.
The hopping, you hop on one leg. As you land, you close. The other,
Okay.
All right? You close. So the other leg is up, the other leg is hopping. All right? So hop, when you
Close.
land, close. All right, can you try that one?
Okay, let's try that. Are you
Just
guys
4
ready?
times, and then the arms up,
This way.
and then take them opposite sides, and go down. 5, 6, 7, let's hop. Hop, close, hop, close, hop, close, hop, close. Perfect.
Whoa, there we go.
Right.
Okay, let's do once more. Let's do once more before
All
we
right,
say goodbye.
5, 6, 7, hop, close, go. Opposite.
Practice the one side.
All right.
Paula Tejo, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
We're also
showing us-
joined by the next fitness star from this year and last year, Inga Foyun and Mapule. Yeah, so we are a fitness team, and yeah, we're transforming fitness in South Africa.
I
There's
love
so much
that.
out there for you.
Absolutely love that. Where can people get a hold of the pop-up gym?
On social media, at Pop-Up Gym on Instagram, at @pop-up_gym on Twitter, and Pop-Up Gym on Facebook.
Oh, well, listen, it's so great to do fitness with a twist. I absolutely love this one. I need to practice a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well done, Zoe. Well done. What a champ. Get in here. Zoe, get in here. Get in here. We're making a quick smoothie. You know, just hop on over. Hop on over. Come on this side. Listen, that was amazing. High five,
That was
eh?
really cool.
But
I mean,
but the hopping part, eh?
that's
Let me not hop.
difficult. I need to try that a little bit more. But you know what I love is
That's
that
cool.
trying something new, there's always a fun element to it, but you're burning calories, you're getting a workout at the end of the
Yes.
day, and I think that's what's the most important thing.
Absolutely, but we're going to help you out, you know, to get that hopping right, because the connections need to flow nicely. So we got some omegas in our smoothie. We're making a clover seed protein smoothie, all right?
Ooh,
Always a great way to
okay.
start your day with some protein. So we got some great little ingredients. We're going to whip up that with our clover cream and our classic yogurt as well. Right, so let's start off with, I'm going to do a little bit of milk first, okay? So obviously some full cream milk from Clover, and this is a great source of calcium as well.
Yes, you can never go wrong with some Clover
No,
Fresh.
I think that should be fine, just like that.
Milk.
Now, some almond butter. Okay, this is great, a great source of protein once again. And they also say by starting your day with a good protein diet, it kickstarts the metabolism for the rest of the day as well. And you get that nuttiness of this, the almond as well.
Okay.
A little bit of sweetness, all right? Honey.
Some honey.
Gotta love some honey, some great antifungal properties in there as well.
I'm loving these combinations already.
So here we have some chia seeds.
Okay.
Okay, now chia seeds obviously very good, also a great source of protein. And that's flaxseed, also some protein. Also good omegas in there for you. You know, get the brain firing right at all pistons. And a great source of fiber as well, because research has proved that we don't get enough fiber in our diets, you know. Keep us regular,
yes.
you see. And that's pretty much all the ingredients. And then we have some Clover Classic yogurt as well that we just kind of frozen into cubes
That's
like
very
that.
clever to do it like that, because now you'll also add a colder element to your smoothie.
That's it. And it's going to make it nice and creamy.
And slushy.
As well. I think we're just going to put all of us in there.
Yeah, do it. Why
Okay.
not?
How's
There
that?
we go. I love that.
Just
Okay.
like that, just like that. And then we're just going to close it up. The keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. Does this close up properly? Yep. Clover to 33728, and you can have your hands on this power smoothie, back full of protein and good ingredients.
Mix it up.
There we go. There we go. I'm just going to give it a nice little blend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There
That
we
should
go.
be it.
That should be good. Oh, look at that.
And look at that. So
Okay.
you're going to get a nice consistency as well going because of those seeds in there. That's going to be expanding as well. And
give
you
that
have
a
yourself
taste.
a clover seed protein smoothie, perfect to start your day, revving up that metabolism, helping you to burn those
Cheers.
calories and to get a good source of
Thank
protein
you.
in there. You see now, this is how you start your day. Clover to 33728. Well done once again.
Thank you.
Get quick and easy good nutrition in a glass with a Clover Seed Protein Punch Smoothie. Perfect as a snack or breakfast on the go. For the smoothie, you'll need 1.5 cups of Clover Fresh Full Cream Milk, 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and frozen cubes of Clover Classic yogurt. Pour the Clover Fresh Full Cream Milk into a blender or smoothie machine. Add the flax seeds, chia seeds, honey, almond butter, and a few frozen cubes of Clover Classic yogurt in any flavor you like. Blend everything together until smooth. Pour into glasses or mason jars and enjoy immediately. With Clover Fresh Full Cream Milk and Clover Classic Yogurt, you can ensure your family enjoys lots of vitamins, calcium and protein in a creamy and delicious drink. Made with love by Clover.
That keyword once again is Clover. SMS that to 33728 for your beautiful Clover Seed Protein Smoothie to start your day on the right note. All right, and there you have it. Zoe went to run and change quickly because we have a jam-packed show still coming up. Stick around with us. Check this recipe on the website as well. That's expressoshow.com. The keyword once again is Clover. SMS that to 33728.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
With December literally just around the corner, we cannot officially celebrate the festive season without a performance from, I think, one of Expresso's favorite, not one of, our favorite electronic group, Good Luck. They're back in studio. They recently kickstarted their Get Lucky Summer Tour this past weekend in Cape Town with a banging lineup, and now they are here in studio to share some of that festive feeling. Here they are with Open Sea.
The open sea, you ever get lost with me? You take it deep into the blue. You got what I'm looking for, 'cause I've never been lost before. I wanna get deeper into you. Can you do this all right, all right? that you want me to, want me to. I wanna go deeper into you. I gotta see who you are, every hurt, every scar, like you see me too. Pulling you closer into view. Well, don't forget who you are when I see you like the others do. I wanna go deeper, 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 deeper. Can we do this alright? Can we go together? I wanna go deeper into you. Can we do this alright? Can we live forever? I wanna go deeper into you. Can we do this alright? Can we go together? I wanna go deeper into you. Can we do this alright? Can we live forever? South Africa. I wanna go deeper into you.
I was this close to becoming a backup dancer. I was right there, guys.
Should have done it. We were
Oh,
ready for you.
I love you now. No one could steal your limelight, girl. Ben, Maddie, Jules, so good to have you guys here. So glad summer has arrived so we can get into the spirit with you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to get into your tour details a little bit later in the show, but welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. All got tans. Clearly, they've been out on stage. You can let us know what you thought of that performance. Open Sea by Good Luck Live. You can let us know on our social media platforms.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's getting really, really inspiring after the break, so stay tuned. We're talking about vending machines, but for the homeless, and also a cause that brings a rise against hunger, with over 42,000 meals being made available. All that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. Hope you enjoyed that performance by Good Luck. Man, they are amazing. Just setting the tone for this Thursday. Absolutely amazing, man. Dude, so here's the thing. There's a lot of news obviously circulating every single day. There's a lot of negative news, a lot of news that makes us feel sad. But we're going to focus on some good news right now.
Yeah, we're going to push back with some very positive news. And this one really does spark my attention. We've been involved with a lot of really cool initiatives here in South Africa as a show. This is kicking off in the UK, but it could be the start of something really special. I'm talking about a vending machine that is geared specifically for homeless people over this festive season time, where the need is so much greater. Most of us, we indulge, we love the time with family, and we have an abundance of things. There are people living on the street who have absolutely nothing. So a British NGO, they have now, and they're titled Action Hunger, they're going to test it out, first of all, in Nottingham. Vending machines that provide, and firstly, they are solely there for homeless people. They're activated with a key card that homeless people will get. They can then take 3 items per day. And when I say items, I'm talking about fresh fruit, sanitary towels, socks, energy bars, sandwiches. And it's going to be located outside a shopping centre in Nottingham, where it's very visible as well. Yeah. But they're going to use this as a taste test in that area to see how successful it is. And I'm just thinking of, in terms of sponsorships and things like that, it's something very easy for big corporates to get behind. Brilliant, man. So well done, Action Hunger. That is some good news.
I think that's very cool, man.
News,
so definitely something that I think we could do here in South Africa with as well.
Undoubtedly, man.
Yeah. But listen, talking about more feel good right now, we all know that our very own Graham over here is wholeheartedly involved in the great global feeding initiative that is Rise Against Hunger. Now, last week, he had an exciting day that involved rallying some school learners who helped him pack over 42,000 meals. Dude, that is insane.
They were so cool, man.
42,000 meals. Well, we went to hand over those beautiful meals so that these learners can also witness the fruits of their labor.
We know that education is the cornerstone of a child's development, but how can a child study if they are going hungry? And that really does drive home the importance of the meal packing day Expresso did with Kenilworth Centre. Well, we put out a call to action for schools to come and join us. One shone out more than any other, Lotus Secondary School. That's why I am here today to first of all reward them with some stationery provided by Waltons very generously, then to take some of those learners to deliver the food packs themselves to see the fruits of their labour. I am so excited.
50 learners from Lotus High School volunteered at the Rise Against Hunger Packing Day at Kenilworth Centre and were rewarded with 5,000 rands worth of stationery from Bidvest Waltons. However, the school principal, Mr. Peterson, believes the real reward was the experience of being of service to a worthy cause.
It's important for us to teach kids about being kind, being caring, showing kindness to their fellow people. Especially, you know, our kids have this idea that they are the underprivileged, little realizing that there are more other people who are less fortunate than what they are. And so I believe that in the spirit of building a nation, we have to instill these values in our kids.
Now, I know you don't expect anything in return, but you are getting a little something from Waltons, from Bidvest Waltons. You are very proud to be attached to this as well. How does that feel, knowing that you're getting some much-needed stationery supplies when I know you guys are facing some pretty stiff challenges?
We're a struggling school, and it's good to know, and I say thank you to Waltons for the donation, because every little bit helps. And so how does it feel? It feels good. We're all here for the right reasons. And we understand the difficulties we find ourselves in, and it's about you know that you're going to face the difficult challenges that present itself on the day, but at least you're going to make a breakthrough to at least a couple of the kids that you're working through. And it's those small rewards that bring gratification at the end of the day.
All right, guys, there are meals. You can start packing up and take them inside. Rise Against Hunger have been servicing hundreds of communities across the country. And here in the Vrygrond area, they are supporting 40 children at this particular organization, which means those 40 children receive a meal every day because of the incredible work that Rise Against Hunger are doing. So I think these bellies are very hungry and very deserving of these food packs.
Not everyone has what we have. And you're seeing them happy when we gave them the food made me felt even more happier, because I packed it the day at Kenilworth Centre. It was awesome seeing them very happy.
It's so nice because we put effort and time into this, and look where it's going to children that deserves it and appreciates it so much. Like the smile they had on their face when we gave it, you could see it, they appreciate it so much. And why I like doing this is because that could have been any one of us that's starving out there and having no food.
Little over a year ago, RC Gen Early Childhood Development Centre in Vrygrond had 20 children under their care in a building that needed maintenance. With their numbers doubling, the food assistance they receive means they can redirect some of the saved funds for repairs at the centre.
Rise Against Hunger does amazing work within the community, supporting ECD centres such as this one with the nutritional needs for the children and their care. And yes, we do get many requests, but you know, we do our due diligence because the funding we do have, we want to make sure it makes the impact we'd like it to make. So making sure it gets to the right people who need it the most. And you know, they do an amazing job, provide these nutritional meals at a cost-effective manner so we can reach so many more children than doing it ourselves.
With over 3 million children in South Africa going hungry and suffering from malnutrition, we can all contribute in some way to giving these children a brighter future with a daily nutritious meal.
Today has been heartwarming but heartbreaking at the same time to see the reality that these children deal with every day, yet they keep smiling, they keep laughing, they deserve our support. I'm so proud of everyone who works there. Rise Against Hunger, they are a phenomenal organization. But most importantly today, the learners from Lotus Secondary High School, they have taught me some major lessons. You're cheeky, eh? So cheeky! So cheeky! Cheeky! Ah, you're beautiful. Cheeky.
Oh, doesn't it just bring such warmth to your heart? Absolutely incredible stuff. Let us continue to inspire and, of course, do what we can to uplift the lives of people in our country. Well, it's time for us to do a little bit of throwbacking on this Thursday. Now, South African actor Sharlto Copley turns 44 this week. He's, of course, an actor, director, producer, and we thought that we would share some interesting facts that you might not know about this South African legend doing such great things overseas.
Well, some very interesting things. I don't know if you know, but Sharlto was a television executive before he became an actor, and he ran Visual Effects House, a TV studio and a talent agency at the age of only 24.
What? That's amazing. And then do you guys remember that guy that he played on District 9? I can't remember how he spoke, but it was very, very interesting. He played the character of Wikus van der Merwe in District 9. Did you know that that was his very first acting gig? And they let him do all of the lines completely unscripted. It was all him, and it made the character so much more real and so much more raw. And I think that's why we loved him so much as Wikus van der Merwe. So
I had no idea it was unscripted.
I know. And then, of course, he also acted with Angelina Jolie in Maleficent. So he's gone on to do really amazing things. And the A-Team too.
Yes. Well, that was our Throwbacks Thursday for you this morning. If you would like to let us know who your favorite South African actor or actress is, let us know. Use that hashtag Throwbacks Thursday as well as our one, hashtag Expresso Show.
Time and money, two things we all wish we had a little more of. And as we transition into the world of mobile banking, our financial lives are becoming more convenient and affordable by the day. So paying your rent, managing debit orders, even changing your ATM limits, and even buying electricity can now all be done just by using your phone. Traveling to a branch or a store for daily purchases and transactions now, thankfully, is a thing of the past. And that is why we are loving Nedbank's new Money app, because banking anywhere, anytime has never been more convenient.
Absolutely. And with the launch of this epic new app, we have a 1,000 Rand Loot.co.za voucher to give away every day. To win, all you have to do is download the new Nedbank Money app in your preferred app store, log in with your details, and then post a screenshot of the welcome page on the Expresso Facebook competition post. Now, this competition closes on the 7th of December, and the terms and conditions can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Make instant payments easier than ever before. Simply select Quick Pay, choose your beneficiary, and pay. That's it. Download the new Nedbank Money app today and manage your money like never before.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, 'tis the season for mosquitoes. Yes, you know it's summer, they're going to come out, so we are going to show some ways of making sure those pesky ones stay away.
Yeah, let them stay away, but you need to stay close as we have another performance from Good Luck coming up after the break, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a bit.
Get a taste of the smooth life and win when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes, weekly giveaways of Fujifilm Instax cameras, Daniel Klein His and Hers watches or travel vouchers. You could also win the grand prize of a trip for 2 to the Maldives and stay at the luxurious Adoran Resorts. Visit tropica.co.za for info and T's and C's.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. It's Expresso. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday morning. Can't believe this week is almost done, man. That's absolutely crazy.
So it's November.
Yeah, man. What's happening, Leanne?
Well, it's another day and another scandal rocking Hollywood. Renowned television journalist Matt Lauer is the latest Hollywood star to be in the middle of a sexual misconduct scandal. Now, Matt, who's been the main news anchor for several hit American shows, was fired from The Today Show following claims of sexual misconduct against him. In a live televised broadcast, the show said that this was the first complaint against Lauer, but they believe that it's not an isolated incident. Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and now Matt Lauer. And I think while it's good that the truth is finally coming out, it is sad to think that this has been happening for so many years behind closed doors, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's scary. I'm actually like shocked.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely shocked.
But I think more and more is going to come out, so it's about time. I think truth needs to just, come out.
Yeah.
Now, for weeks now, the rumors of Emma Stone having a new man has been doing the rounds, but it seems that we may have the very first photos of her with her rumored beau. Emma and Dace McCarry, he is from Saturday Night Live, he's a writer and he's a director, have been spotted out and about in New York City. Now, onlookers say there was no PDAs, but it was clear to see that there was clearly a lot of chemistry. Now, if the pair are in fact a couple, then Emma will be the latest Hollywood star to be dating an SNL staffer. Okay, get this. Scarlett Johansson has a romance with Colin Jost, and that was confirmed last week. And Ben Affleck is also, or rather he's been with Lindsay Shookus for several months now. So I guess there must be something in that SNL water. Hey?
Must be,
There must be. I'm just very surprised people recognize Emma Stone with her cap and just the way she looked. She looked like a normal person.
Exactly.
Didn't look like Emma Stone.
No.
My question is, those people that are behind walking with their cell phones, didn't they have something to do on that day.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just follow someone with your cell phone asking for pictures. Like, go about your life. Come on.
Very, very interesting. Well, that was our international entertainment news for you this morning. And bringing things home, we love it when young, empowered women get an opportunity to showcase their greatness. And this past weekend, we went to the Miss Soweto pageant at the Soweto Theatre to see and meet some of these incredible young ladies.
Running for almost 4 decades, the Miss Soweto pageant aims to empower young women from the iconic township, and its impact is evident with well-known personalities such as Basitsana Khumalo, Augustine Masilela, and of course last year's winner, Nthabiseng Khasi, having gone on to do phenomenal work after winning the title. But tonight is all about crowning a brand new Miss Soweto, and I can't wait to see who from the top 20 finalists will reign supreme.
Besides the glitz and glamour, the finalists participated in workshops and mentorship programs that are part of the empowerment side of this illustrious competition.
What makes a good Miss Soweto is a person who's very down to earth, who's able to relate to the people, who knows, understands Soweto at its large.
Our perfect Miss Soweto is a lady with poise, with grace, with intelligence.
You need to be genuine and true to yourself, and you need to be relatable. Apart from that, you need to be your own person. We are all different personalities, and I believe that we all have a different vision of that we'd like to carry with the title, and you need to stick to that vision. So you need to be true to yourself. That's why it's so important to be genuine and stick to yourself.
The pageant aims to inspire young women to rise above their circumstances and equips them to achieve academic goals and have a passion for their community.
I believe this is also a platform to grow young women into beautiful women who believe in themselves and all of that. So you can never grow enough as a person, and you can never give back enough as a person. So it will remain relevant.
It gives them hope. You know, and also most of these pageants, it's always Miss South Africa, Miss that, but Miss Soweto will give them hope. It doesn't matter where you come from, what matters is where you're going. So I think more than anything, Miss Soweto gives girls from Soweto hope that, you know what, it is possible.
I think it means for the community that, you know, they are also recognized that, you know, being in a township is not a low standard of living. You know, we were put in the township, you know, by circumstances, but we rose. And when we do things like this, we show the world that we are alive, we live. And it's good to actually, you know, help young women, you know, gain confidence, because we need that. For young women, our young women, you know, need a lot of boosting, especially now. We need things that take us up, and I think this is one of the things.
The competition was especially tough with a batch of confident finalists, many of whom are involved in community development, but victory was sweet for the top 3.
I still feel very much overwhelmed, but I am thankful. I really am proud of myself. I'm ready to take over this role, and let's see where it takes us.
It is overwhelming. I cannot explain how happy I am and how gratified I am to the people that supported me throughout the journey. And so I'm really just gratified. That's all I can say. I'm hoping to just use this platform with what I've already been doing. I've been doing a lot of entrepreneurship. I have 2 companies running up, and I'll use this platform to just make sure that they grow, because they're all about personal development. They're about engaging the youth in more entrepreneurial programs and stuff like that. So it's really important for me that I had this platform, and I'm grateful for it.
The new Miss Soweto 2017 is 24-year-old Busisiwe Motla. She won prizes worth over 100,000 Rand and becomes a brand ambassador.
So Busi, you've just been crowned the new Miss Soweto. Take me back to that moment a couple of minutes ago when you were announced as the successor to Nthabiseng.
I still cannot believe it. I don't know how to feel, but overall I am happy, I am excited. I look forward to this journey. Like, I've been waiting, and I'm just grateful this is happening at the moment where I believe in myself, believe that I can take this crown to the next level.
And what are you hoping to achieve during your tenure as the new Miss Soweto?
I plan to touch lives. I plan to motivate young girls to treat themselves as brands and to know the true value of themselves. Creating a platform for young girls to present their skills through ERT, through esports. You know, just to tell a young woman, Wusi, girl, you can do it. If I did it the third time, then you can.
For the teacher from Mdeni, her 3rd time entering the pageant was the charm and proved that a little determination can go a long way to fulfilling a dream.
I must admit, the caliber of contestants this year was really high. All these ladies brought their A game, but unfortunately, there can only be one winner. From us at Expresso, we wish Busisiwe all the best, and we have absolutely no doubt that she'll carry the Miss Soweto crown with all the elegance, grace, and integrity.
Oh, well done, Busisiwe. Now let's take you back to the cinema. Still going through the modern maternal motions, one binge at a time. Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell and Catherine Hahn, they returned for a Bad Moms Christmas. And surprise, surprise, the moms are also home for Christmas. I'm talking about Cheryl Hines, Christine Baranski and the great Susan Sarandon. They play the grannies with their own plans on a comedy collision course with their daughters. Here they all are in a Bad Moms Christmas.
I'm Carla's mom. Hi, Isis. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Hi. You must be Amy's mom. I'm Carla. Jackson, honey, Mama needs more hooch.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah. That's my son, Jackson. This is my mom, Isis.
Hello, Ruth. Like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
ISIS, like the terrorist organization.
This is my mom, Sandy.
Oh,
Amy, I've heard so much about you. Oh boy, you really have the same haircuts.
Hello, I'm Ruth. I'm Amy's mom.
I'm Jesse. I was literally just in the car with you.
Come on, who's ready to have some Christmas fun?
It does look funny. It does look funny. I know it is the season for sequels, apparently, involving some amazing cast members there. It looks funny, dude. Can we paint it?
You look like you're begging already.
I'm like, please,
Nice,
please
JP.
don't slate this film, man. Please. It does have a powerhouse cast.
It does, yes,
Starting
boss,
there.
indeed. So, and I think one of the strongest is, in fact, Christine Baranski, who is the lady who was given the man the death stare when she realized that she had made a racist faux pas. So she plays, which is not uncommon, I suppose, in American, like, snooty people these days. She plays Mila Kunis's mom, and she's a control freak. She's, like you said, they're all coming home for Christmas, and she has her way that she thinks Christmas needs to be done, and Mila Kunis will never be up to par, you know, to be more.
I'm sure a lot of daughters out there relating right now.
Yeah. Like, she's, but like, it's weird. I really didn't realize, you know, would anyone tolerate this? Like, the movie, at some points, I'm like, this could easily turn into a horror if someone just gave the death stare to, like, the next person who got, like, snotty about the smallest detail. And then Kristen Bell's mom is desperately wants to stay best friends, like, until the end of time. Shame,
the
because
same haircuts,
And then Susan Sarandon, obviously, is the basket case. We thought it was Easter.
Like the terrorist organization, that's going to be the line of the
year.
year.
She would be the rough one. I carbo-loaded hard before this movie because I thought I'd need every calorie I have to hate it with every fiber of my being. But fortunately, it wasn't. Wow, okay, we can all leave now. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Obviously, there's so many predictable things. Like, you know, there's the one scene that's going to be a shocker, like in the trailer. It has the record scratch sound effect when the character says X. Or there's, you know, you desperately try to make something quotable or whatever. But there are really, in between the really boring and predictable moments, they're bright moments. I especially like Christine Baranski. She almost has this weird sort of Ron Burgundy kind of vibe to her at times. Like that really posh.
Dude, isn't a little bit of predictability, and this is him being really nice, by the way, okay? When he says boring and predictable, most of us find that quite enjoyable. Don't you need a bit of predictability with this kind of funny comedy, especially over the festive season? You don't want to think too much, you want to laugh.
No, for sure. But like the thing is, why does a movie like this need a sequel? Like, you know, last week we had Daddy's Home 2. For some reason we need a sequel.
Grannies and granddads in the mix.
Thank you, we're representing, you're right, and it's a very diverse cast, as you can see. The thing is, like, one of the gripes for me is if you've got all these people who you grew up with, like Will Ferrell in Daddy's Home 2, like, these are powerhouses of comedy, and you know that they're cynically just making a cash grab for, just make a new comedy then. Why do a spin-off that doesn't actually develop any story or whatever? But, you know, all that said, it's really not as bad as I think a lot of other critics are making out.
Dare I ask, how many popcorns does Bad Moms Christmas get?
I don't know, I must have been drinking too much eggnog, but 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
That's really decent.
That's rock star status this year. JP Sebastian, thank you so much.
Butter salt sprinkles on that.
I love it, man. No well, no sure, no fine. It's a Christmas movie. It is Bad Moms Christmas.
That's not bad, JP Sebastian. And with the school holidays on our doorstep, the Expresso New Metro Movie Club, they have something for the whole family. That's tickets to see Paddington 2. Now, Paddington's Aunt Lucy is turning 100, and this lovable bear will do anything to get her the perfect gift, even a series of odd jobs. Now, experience this new adventure based on the much-loved story of the world's cutest bear at New Metro Cinemas nationwide, showcasing movies these holidays with the best cinema quality, along with fun catering combos. To stand a chance to win double tickets to see Paddington 2 at New Metro, simply SMS that keyword Paddington plus your name and city to the number 40675. And remember, you need to add the city in which you're able to watch the screening. Those T's and C's can be found on our website, that's expressoshow.com, and the competition will close at midnight on the 1st of December. And the question is, will Paddington scrape together enough money to get the perfect gift? Will he be able to deliver it on time? Well, you need to enter to stand a chance to win to find out.
Find the best entertainment at New Metro Cinemas. It's your scene.
Well, still to come on your feel-good breakfast show, you know that as soon as it gets warmer, those pesky critters known as mosquitoes come out. We're going to give you some great tips on how to get rid of them after the break.
Yep, and then it's always a good day when these guys are here. Good Luck is in studio. They are special guests. Yes, they're going to be performing for you after the break. Stick around.
Ow.
Once upon a time, we were in a sound check, and Matthew started laying down these amazing chords. They were just so juicy. It sounded something like this. And while Matt was playing these chords, something hit a chord with Ben as well. And he got all inspired, and the next thing we knew, he had this little hook, this little earworm that he was playing. It went like this. Looping this idea, and something started to inspire me, and I just sang these lyrics. They went like,
it's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love having you. Kom kere bietjie.
When last did we hear that?
I know, it's been far too long, but of course, every day we are giving you the opportunity to win. In fact, the BP Fill My Festive campaign is running up until the 15th of December. Every week, 21 winners are awarded with a massive 300,000 Avios points to create their dream holiday. So along with this campaign, BP, Avios and loot.co.za are also giving away some pretty cool prizes right here on the show. To be eligible by now, hopefully you know that you've got to spend 400 Rand or more when filling up at a BP service station, then swipe your activated Avios card and you'll automatically be entered into both giveaways. So what have we got on the cards today?
Some exciting things. So we have 7 boxes that spell out the word Expresso, and each contain an amazing prize. And just taking a look at some of the prizes today, they all include tons of Avios points.
Yeah.
And then also you can shop the best looks. You'll never be left in the dark with a new Maglite ML125 LED flashlight. And it works on 3 C-cell batteries and is also rechargeable.
Cool.
That can be yours from Loot for only 2,173 Rand. And also up for grabs is the Philips Advanced Digital Air Fryer worth 2,699, and that's also from Loot. And I mean, these are just some of the incredible offerings out of the 14 million others on loot.co.za.
So all of our prizes are on these cards, in these envelopes. So let's give them a little bit of a shuffle again.
Shuffle, razzle dazzle.
Okay, I'm going to pop you in there, going to pop you in there, and pop you in there. So hopefully we are going to be giving you a little bit of a phone call later on the show. Pop that on. But you can get all of the terms and conditions, more information and more on our prizes on our website, expressoshow.com. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
What's your dream holiday? The call of the wild or the bright lights of a big city? Make it a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive. And you could win one of 21 holidays every week from the 2nd of October until the 15th of December. Simply visit a BP fuel station, spend 400 Rand or more and swipe your Avios card. Get your Avios card for free at BP. Activate the card and swipe to enter the greatest festive season competition. Hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
En die nasionale nuus, Eskom meen solank hy nie met nog vertragings te maak het nie, sal die Ganse Medupi projek teen 2021 voltooi wees. Die kragvoorsiener het vroeër van dese week bekend gemaak dat eenheid 4 van die kragstasie onlangs gekoppel is, 'n rare voorbeeld van 'n projek wat goed voor die tyd voltooi is. Konstruksiewerk is deur verskeie vertragings in die wiele gery, maar Eskom meen die Ganse projek behoort voor die spertyd verstryk voltooi te wees. Die 2017 opname van Suid-Afrikaanse burgers en omkopery toon dat die getal Suid-Afrikaners wat in die afgelope jaar deur omkopery in die versoeking gestel is vermeerder het. Die opname is deur die Etniese Instituut gedoen. Dit toon onder meer dat 37% van die respondente iemand ken wat in die afgelope jaar om omkoopgeld genader is. Dit is 4% hoër as in 2016 en die gemiddelde omkoopbedrag ter sprake is R1,550. Die opname het ook getoon dat verkeersaangeleenthede en die verkryging van rybewyse die meeste by omkopery betrek word. Op die internasionale front, na 'n jaar wat deur verwoestende kuberaanvalle gekenmerk is, meen sekuriteitsnavorsers dat aanlyn aanvalle in 2018 sal vererger. 'n Verslag van die sekuriteitsfirma McAfee sê voorvalle in 2017 waar 'n losprys vir data gevra word, net 'n voorsmaakie is van wat in die nuwe jaar ter wagte kan wees. Kuberkrakers ontwikkel nuwe strategieë en modelle om sekuriteit op rekenaars te vernuik en wat skade aan rekenaars en groot ontwrigting van netwerke tot gevolg kan hê. En dan ten slotte, Pope Francis het sy eerste openbare mis in Myanmar gevier en sterk standpunt ingeneem ten gunste van etniese regte in 'n nasie wat van etniese suiwering beskuldig word. Sowat 150,000 Katolieke het die geleentheid bygewoon. Die paus het 'n beroep op Myanmar se senior boeddhistiese monnike gedoen om vooroordeel en haat te verwerp. Sy 4-daagse besoek is tot dusver gekenmerk deur openbare stilswye oor die krisis in die noordelike staat Rakhine, as ook Myanmar se behandeling van die Rohingya Muslim gemeenskap. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's Graham with what's happening in the sport.
Now, clearly primed by their Continental Cup competition, SuperSport United marked their return to the PSL with a win as they beat Ajax Cape Town by a 1-0 in Nelspruit last night. A 25th minute goal from Aubrey Modiba proved to be all that was needed as SuperSport jumped up to 10th on the log with their 4th win of the season, that in just 5 games, or 6 now. The next round of PSL action is set for Tuesday, where Sundowns are up against Baraka, while Orlando Pirates tackle SuperSport United themselves. Then, staying with football, Man City kept their 8-point gap at the top of the Premier League table intact as they pulled off a 2-1 win over Southampton last night. With the game looking set to end as a 1-1 draw, Raheem Sterling found the winner with 96 minutes on the clock, securing City's 13th win in 14 league games. And some other results from last night: Liverpool beat Stoke City 3-0, Arsenal put 5 past Huddersfield, while Chelsea earned a 1-0 win over Swansea. Then on to cricket. It's a bit of a dead rubber last night as our Ram Slam T20 encounter between the Lions and the Titans in Joburg was abandoned due to rain without a ball being bowled. So the no result does see each team, however, earn a point, which keeps the Titans in first place on the log with 23 points, while the Lions are back down in 5th, 13 points adrift. In last night's only other game, we saw the Cobras win 10 runs over the Warriors in that final there. So staying with cricket, some news from abroad. Ben Stokes' Ashes comeback looks set to be delayed even further as British police referred his assault case to the Crown Prosecution Service yesterday for a decision on charging. Ben Stokes has been under investigation for his involvement in an incident outside a Bristol nightclub that happened on the 25th of September, where a man had his eye socket fractured. England will be without Ben Stokes for the second test of the Ashes series, that of course getting underway this coming Saturday at the Adelaide Oval. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Well, let's take one final look at the roads. In Gauteng and Germiston, there's been an accident on the N3 northbound. It's before the Geldenhuys interchange, so please be patient on that route. Then in Bedford View, there's a stationary truck on the N12 R24 westbound before the Gululis interchange, and it's also causing heavy delays on both routes. Then moving to the Western Cape and Bellville, there's been another accident. That's on the N1 inbound on the side of the carriageway already, but that's before the N7 highway bridge. It's causing heavy delays from Jip de Jager Drive. That's where we leave your traffic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Zoe. It's just a couple of minutes past 8 o'clock. Let's quickly take a last look at your weather and those temperatures. And it definitely seems that summer is here for most parts of the country, reaching the early 40s in Uppington today. Very, very hot. However, cooler temperatures can be felt for Port Elizabeth and George today as well. Jou temperature, Polokwane skop af op 15, dit styg na 27, Mbombela 16, 26, Pretoria 16, 30, Johannesburg 15, 28, Mahikeng 19, 33, Klerksdorp 18 en 32, Kimberley begin op 22 en baie warm later vandag, 36 grade, Bloemfontein ook warm, 16, 35, Richards Bay 20, 25, Pietermaritzburg 15, 22, Durban starting off on 21 this morning, reaching to a maximum of 23, Mthatha 13, 24, East London 17, 23, Cradock 14, 33, Port Elizabeth 16, 22, George starting off on 14 with a maximum 22, Sutherland 10, 30, Cape Town 16, 26, Worcester 12 and a high of 33 degrees, Springbok 9:30, and Uppington on a 19 and that very, very hot maximum of 41 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Thursday morning.
So the summer is here. Good luck here. And in fact, we want you to be saved by the summer, which also happens to be the name of their latest track. Guys, take it away.
Hello, everybody. We're Good Luck. So once upon a time, we're in a sound check and we were all feeling pretty inspired. And Matthew started laying down these really beautiful chords that were just so juicy. And something was triggering inside all of us, an idea, a spark of an idea. And the next thing, Ben started playing this little hook, this little earworm. It went something like this. And he started looping this idea. And then something was starting to inspire me. And I knew I had to just sing these lyrics. I was on my own, waiting for you, waiting for summer, waiting for me. I was on my own while you were there, waiting for summer. Oh God, I say. And then a song was born, and the song is called Saved by the Summer. It's our latest single. It's going out to you guys. Why we're still a part of this. Said I can't imagine why we got it wrong. Said I was there, waiting for summer, waiting for you, waiting for me. And I was on my own while you were there, waiting for summer. Oh God, say Where's your heart? Where's your heart? Where's your head at? Where's your heart? Where's your head at? Where's your heart? Where's your head at? Is your heart? Seems to me right back to summer, back to you, back to me when I was on my own, waiting for you, waiting for summer. Oh God, I say, been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you.
Look how proud he is of himself. Okay, please. That was the first time you've done something like that on our show. Is that the first time you've done that?
Yeah.
Little storytelling.
Pretty much, yeah.
That was
yeah.
so cool. That's how you create a hit live on a live TV show in front of 2 million people. Oh, guys, I can see how much you're loving being together, as always, but loving being in the summertime. The festivals are rolling in now. You get an opportunity to go to some of your favorite places, Plet, Neisner, with an unbelievable lineup. Talk us through the Get Lucky Summer Tour.
Oh, well, Get Lucky Summer is our summer residency. It's our creative playground, really. We decided we wanted to put on a show where we could showcase some of our favorite artists from South Africa and just play in a really beautiful location. Every single week we're at the Beacon Island in Plet, literally on the water, just like sunsets, ocean, rocks, it's beautiful, and we perform music there as the sun goes down. And then this year we're actually throwing a massive New Year's Eve party in Plet as well at the Robbo Rugby Club with Mango Groove, ourselves and Matthew Moore.
Oh my word.
Which is hectic and awesome and exciting. And
yeah,
and then we've got our first edition in Neisner as well, so we love the garden route. It's
man. Well, I mean, it's majestic there, but this feels like a bit of a coming of age for you guys as well, which is really cool, man. So thank you so much for involving us in this little summer tour.
It's so nice to be here.
You really are just such an awesome crew, and we've got all of the details for their tour up on obviously our website, but you can get to goodlucklive.com. All of the info, some great fan media there as well, some dance-offs I think featuring on that, that as well, if I saw that correctly. But we're going to take a very quick ad break, some more inspirational TV coming your way after that, so stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
At the age of 1, now 15-year-old Lisa Marais was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and has already endured 2 life-threatening hyperglycemic events in her life. Monitoring glucose levels can be a very stressful process, as you can imagine, and it's not always easily detectable. But with the help of organizations like Honey's Garden, supported by Hills, Lisa's life has been transformed.
My name is Lisa and I'm 15 years old 6 days before I turned 1, I went into a coma, and that's when we found out I have type 1 diabetes. So your body produces insulin like a cow produces rainbows. It doesn't happen.
If you're a parent of a type 1 diabetic, you know that you're not going to sleep through the night ever again. You get up and test them, and you worry constantly about if they're going to wake up the next morning.
You have to control your blood sugar, so it's very stressful.
I've had 2 hypoglycemic events.
It's when your sugar drops like very low, like 1.9, 1.2. I went to bed with a normal blood sugar, and I woke up in the hospital.
You don't realize how scary it is when you have to give your child a glucagon injection. That few minutes is the most scariest thing that you'll ever have, and that fear that lingers on for months afterwards is just a horrible thing.
You don't know if you're going to wake up the next day. Going to get a dog that's going to help me control my blood sugar and paw or bump me whenever my sugar is not in control.
These dogs, once trained and understanding their job, could potentially stop a tragedy from happening. They could be the difference between a tragedy and a peaceful life or a peaceful night's sleep. In South Africa, the only assistance dogs around seem to be guide dogs or assistance dogs for people with physical disabilities. It's quite expensive to train a dog like this. If they have their dog for 10 years and they save their life once, it's worth it.
I sold fudge at our church. I raised the whole 50,000.
But the main thing we train them is to actually be imprinted on the scent of their owner's saliva when they go into a low sugar state. The dogs need to be healthy, they need to live long lives, and Hills is just the best balanced diet for that. It needs to be something they really enjoy and will work for. And I think if I can help them with dogs, what I know can increase their quality of life. Yeah. I'll have a tighter control on my sugar and won't be scared to go to sleep anymore.
That is what I am talking about. What an incredible and a beautiful story. And I love the fact that it's continuing right now live on the show. Ladies, the stars of a very emotive insert. Please don't make me cry this morning. And of course, lest I forget, the real star of the show, Holly, who I would imagine has been having her hair done for about 5 days before this. Lisa, I can see a connection there already. Okay. You guys only just kind of have met and gotten to know each other, but today is that day you get to take her home with you. How are you feeling?
I'm so excited. It finally happened. We've waited a whole year and it's here. We can take her home.
Oh man, she is so lovely. Was it an instant connection when you guys met?
Yes, when we met, she kissed me and she doesn't kiss anybody else. She was like, Lisa, you're mine, you're here.
Oh, she's lovely, and she's like got such a cool energy about her. Really, really cool. Lizelle, I would imagine as a parent, talk us through what it's been like being Lisa's guardian through this process.
We were very lucky that she didn't have any severe hypoglycemic events till she was 13. And then when she had her first one, it rocked our world and our family, because then we just realized how serious it is and how scary it is. I realized I need help for her. And I started Googling how to help teens with diabetic. And I found diabetic alert dogs. And yeah, and here we are. We're taking Holly home.
I'm getting my hairs are like falling out my arm. I'm getting such hectic goosebumps here. Step in Lucy, who plays a vital, pivotal role in this process. I would imagine this is a bittersweet part of the journey for
it's
you.
very.
And you know, how do you feel first of all about this union, the connection that Lisa and Holly very clearly have?
It's incredible, it really is, and we put a lot of effort into trying to match the correct dog with the correct person, and when it comes together and you see that instant connection, it really is beautiful, and it really makes you feel like you're making the right decision.
I'm normally all over the animals here, and you can see I'm trying to be quite guarded because I understand you put in, you know, painstaking hours of work with each dog because they are ultimately service dogs.
Yeah.
They've got to provide a very important role in this case in Lisa's life. How do your training processes work? Can you kind of give me a brief idea of what's gone into the training of this incredible being?
First and foremost thing is the scent imprinting. We have to use their incredible sense of smell and connect that with a low sugar scent. So each diabetic person has a individual scent when they go low. Dogs, we know their sense of smell is incredible. They can actually smell it 1 part per trillion, which is like a spoon of sugar in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, concentration-wise. They have 200 million receptors in their noses, which is just incredible. It's amazing. They were born for the job. Yeah, they're born for it. So we're just really activating that sense and showing them what to do when they smell that smell, and ultimately that's what leads to the alerts. Then obedience and public access, so they have to be able to work and concentrate in a public place that's busy or in a strange environment. Like a studio, and be calm, relaxed and obedient.
Well, good job. You've done it. You've clearly nailed it.
Thank you.
Lisa, I think the most important question here that really jumps out for me is how is this going to change your life?
I won't be afraid to go to sleep anymore because I'm scared I won't wake up. There's an article now about a person who died in his sleep from a low blood sugar, and that's really scary because you don't know. And then, yeah, I can live normal.
Not normally, you've now got a new best friend who's going to be with you all the time. Lizelle, I'm going to round off with you. What change is this going to make in your family's life? Why are you so overwhelmed?
This is just going to make our life so much easier, and I think less stressful, and yeah.
I'm so elated for all of you, Lisa. I think the best is definitely yet to come. Lucy, thank you so much for the work that you've put in for this part of the journey. Good luck with that. The next part of the process, but I have a feeling that you're going to be very welcome in the Marais household whenever you need to be there. And Lizelle, congratulations. I know this has been quite a journey for all of you. Thank you so much for sharing this. Training a medical assist dog takes time, takes infinite patience and a lot of funding. Donations go a long way in aiding Honey's Garden to continue to set up programs and training in order to help people just like Lisa and families who can't afford the cost of a diabetes assist dog. So please visit medicalalertdogs.co.za to make a donation and take your step in helping to clearly transform lives. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
Right now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, it's time to head into the wild. Now, mosquitoes are what we're talking about. Are not only extremely troublesome pests with a very irritating ability to cause itchiness, so they can also be extremely dangerous and bad for your health. Now, everyone wants to know how to get rid of these flying bugs in the summer. So today we've invited Ian van Wijngaard, who's a pest control expert, to chat about how we can deal with them. Ian, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Probably one of the most irritating things out there, mosquitoes. So I'm going to start off with this. What attracts them in the first place, and do they have a preference as to what they target on your body?
Well, what attracts them is us. They need blood. They need the nutrients. They need the life-giving blood, and it's our heat that our blood emits.
Yeah.
It's our carbon dioxide, and the odors, the body odors.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
So we were just talking off air just now. I mean, they are literally like the real live vampires of
absolutely.
This world. That is crazy, man. So when it comes to repelling them, is there one thing that you can say is an effective kind of repellent? So specifically going now into the holiday season where you're going to go on holiday, maybe guys camping?
Yes, there are a few things. There's some natural remedies. These plug-in units that you get from Bagon, from Raid, you plug them in the wall. They're fantastic. They're natural pesticides, and they work all night long.
Yeah,
Mosquitoes won't bother you.
So that's probably the most effective, I think, those plug-in units.
Yes.
Is there any way to just really stop them from living in your rooms? Is it by using those precautionary measures?
You can use those precautionary measures.
Yeah.
If you go outside your home, where they come from, then you must just look for pooling water, because they need water to lay their eggs. Okay. So if you can eliminate that, you will definitely, by 500 times, reduce the number of mosquitoes. Yeah. Also, they go down your basin, they lay the eggs in your basin.
Really?
In your loo, so keep those closed.
Really? I had no idea. Well, at least I guess, you know, the drought in Cape Town, we don't have much stagnant water at the moment. But, you know, they only seem to be coming out at night, being very, very troublesome, you know, the buzzing sound all around. Yes. Where do they go during the day? Where do they kind of hide out?
They hide in your cupboard. Okay. Hide under your bed, wherever it's dark. They don't like the light, it dries them, it dehydrates them, so they will hide between your clothes.
So literally anywhere where it's dark?
Where it's dark, at night when you lie down, they sense you. They sense your carbon dioxide and they go for you. They come out of the dark.
Jeez, you're making mosquitoes sound very, very scary, dude. Like they wait, they watch, they sit there. So in between your clothes, because I've obviously seen the curtains, maybe, you know.
Behind the curtains, absolutely. As long as it's dark, there you'll find mosquitoes.
So you mentioned that the fact that you know, stagnant water, is that the preferred kind of breeding kind of scenario for them? What would be the perfect conditions then if somebody had to look out?
Look, they need water to lay their eggs in. Those eggs can last up to 5 years, and a female can lay up to 200 eggs at a time. So water is the issue. Water is the problem. That is what they need to survive.
Yeah. Now, we've spoken about those plug-in units as well, and I know that you get a wide range of kind of creams as well.
Yes.
You know, are they still effective, these kind of creams? Yes. Because I find that, you know, sometimes, do they mutate? I mean, do they kind of, because some of the creams that I've used doesn't seem to be working as well as it did a couple of years ago.
Look, insects do mutate, but a natural insecticide or pesticide, one can say, citronella. Citronella oil mixed with a bit of water, rubbed on your skin, that will definitely work. It's 120% effective.
Really, 120%, especially I think effective if you're going to be being outdoors at night.
Outdoors, 100%.
Mosquitoes. Ian, thank you very much for joining us, man, and giving some insight on mosquitoes. That's Into the Wild. We're going to continue chatting about these pesky mosquitoes and also malaria, which is a very, very big issue. Stay tuned.
We're taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, like Ewan said, we are continuing our Into the Wild conversations. And this time, you know, malaria areas that you need to, hotspots, in fact, that you need to look out for. We'll talk about that after the break.
We're also heading outside where we're making a delicious blackberry and orange yogurt cake. It's about to get delicious after the break. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. We're talking mosquitoes this morning. We're talking mosquitoes. Now, traveling through South Africa, especially over the festive season, the temperatures are hot, and also traveling to parts of South Africa that's a very high risk of malaria can pose a very big health risk. Now, to get an update where we currently stand with regards to malaria, we have invited Professor Kelly Chibale from the South African Research or South African Medical Research Council to join us and give us a couple of updates. Professor, thank you very much for joining us. Lovely to have you.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. Yeah.
Such a pleasure, man. Such a pleasure. So, holiday season, people's going to go out, families going to go out, kids around, you know, but there's always, if you're going to be traveling to an area of South Africa, you know, that's got a high risk of malaria, there's a cause for concern as well. So which areas, firstly, if you can identify them, would be those high risk areas?
So in South Africa, there are basically three main areas where malaria is a problem. So it's Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and KwaZulu-Natal. And then also, more specifically, Limpopo, the districts that border the Kruger National Park, like Vembe and Mopani, are very high-risk areas for malaria.
So should people be traveling now over the festive season, going to visit some of those places, the Kruger National Park? In your opinion, what would then be the best preventative measures to take?
Well, first of all, deciding on which is the best measures to prevent, of course, will depend on which region one goes to, but also, secondly, what is the season that we're in. And of course, the best course of action is to go and see your doctor, because first of all, your doctor will know exactly the right medication, not just for the area that you're going into, because depending on which area you go into, different drugs can be used. And that's because the malaria parasite, the strains that give the disease vary. There are different types of strains of the parasite. So the best course of action is to go to the doctor or a travel clinic that would know exactly for a specific area. It may be in South Africa it's the same strain, but one has to make sure that if they go to Limpopo or Mpumalanga or KZN, that the strain that is there can be treated with a particular medication. But the second reason for going to a medically qualified person, your doctor, is that they know your medical history. So they will be able to make the right recommendation for the best medication that will suit you.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know you get different strains. I guess it could be attributed to the different type of climates, the temperatures that they are kind of breeding in as well?
Absolutely. Apart from at least 5 known species of the malaria parasite that causes malaria, within a particular strain, there are different types. And of course, because of differences in the climate and the genetic makeup, those things can be very different. So it's really important to know specifically which strain of the parasite is causing a certain type of malaria in a particular region.
So definitely can't stress enough that you need to go and make sure, go to your doctor if you're going to be traveling to a high-risk malaria area. We are going to be talking signs and symptoms and what you need to look out for in just a bit.
It's that time of the morning for BP Feel My Festive campaign, where you can stand a chance of winning 300,000 Avios points for a dream holiday. You'll also be entered into our Pick a Box giveaway, where you can win amazing prizes from loot.co.za from BP and Avios right here. And joining us on the line, we have our first caller.
Exactly. We've got Nicholas Khasi on the line, who entered the competition by filling up with 400 Rand or more, and of course, swiping his activated Avios card at a BP petrol station. Nicholas, good morning. Welcome to Expresso.
Good morning, Leanne. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm alright. Thanks for calling.
I'm excited for you. I don't know if you're watching this on your screen right now. In front of us, we have 7 boxes spelling out Expresso. What you need to do to win some brilliant prizes, you've got to choose one of the letters that spell out Expresso. Nicholas, which letter are you going to choose this morning?
Let me go with the last letter, O.
The O,
right at the end.
Let's see what you win.
Nicholas, let's see. Okay, well, you have won yourself 20,000 Avios points.
Wow.
That's not all. You've also won yourself the Lumineo round LED light, as well as Nicholas 500 Rand cash.
Congratulations, my friend. How do you feel about those prizes?
Nah, awesome stuff. Thanks a lot.
Oh, well done. How to start off a Thursday morning. That's absolutely amazing. Well, it's easy to win with Expresso. Don't forget to swipe your Avios cards when you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any participating BP to be automatically entered into the BP Fuel My Festive competition, as well as stand a chance of winning incredible prizes right here on Expresso.
Now, do it before the 15th of December when the promotion ends. But for more information and all of those T's and C's, you can visit expressoshow.com or bp.co.za.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP, swipe your activated Avios card, and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
Right, we are back and stepping into the wild, talking about mosquitoes and high-risk malaria areas in South Africa. We are joined by Professor Kelly Chibale from the South African Medical Research Council, just to give us an indication of, where we are currently standing with regards to malaria, and also what are some of the signs and symptoms that we need to look out for. So, Professor, on top of our chat that we just had about, the different areas in South Africa that we need to be aware of, should somebody, go into an area and not have taken the necessary precaution, what are some of the signs and symptoms to look out for should you have contracted malaria, and what should you do?
So first of all, I can divide malaria symptoms into two, well, depending on what type of malaria is. So there's a malaria we call uncomplicated malaria, and this is a very common type of malaria, and the typical symptoms that you will find is very high temperatures, fevers, chills, fatigue, abdominal discomforts, joint and muscle aches, and sometimes vomiting. Sure. And that is actually often a consequence of what we call uncomplicated malaria. Okay. But if that is not treated, and
which could be mistaken for like the flu.
Completely agree. Yeah. It's really important, particularly in most parts of the, when you associate chills and fevers to a flu, that it could be mistaken. It could be malaria. So it's really important that if you've been exposed to malaria or been to a malaria region, that you be on the lookout for these symptoms. And another type of malaria we call severe malaria. So this is a progression of the uncomplicated malaria that then becomes severe malaria. And the two typical symptoms of severe malaria include coma. So this is basically cerebral malaria when the parasites get to the brain, and also very severe anemia. So it's really, really important that any of these symptoms, when they manifest themselves, that you really, really seek medical attention.
To know the symptoms as well. Yeah. How far have we come in terms of the fight against malaria? Have we seen an increase or a decrease over the last number of years? Where do we stand?
So if I look back to the last 5-10 years, we've seen significant progress thanks to advances in science and other interventions. For example, reducing the malaria deaths from about 1 million people dying of malaria 10 years ago to about 500,000, which is still unacceptable. Yeah. However, what we see, and I think we see this quite often in South Africa, where at some points in our history, we've been able to contain the malaria epidemic. But because, of course, of the cross-border transportation of people moving across borders, that we can never be complacent. And I think we've seen some recent increase in malaria cases in parts of South Africa and across the world. So I think it's a sign that we cannot afford to be complacent because malaria is always going to fight back. It's only a matter of time.
Do you think in our future, is it possible to eliminate malaria completely?
It's not impossible. In fact, currently the agenda in the scientific community is working towards malaria eradication and elimination. Now, of course, elimination by simple definition means that you eliminate malaria. In other words, you destroy the parasite population pool from a particular region. But it doesn't mean it cannot come back. So that's elimination is just confined to a region or a country. On the other hand, eradication, which is the overall goal, and it's not impossible, and I'll probably give you a couple of quick examples. Ultimately, elimination is confined to a region, but eradication means that we completely wipe out the entire parasite population. And this is possible because now we have the tools and interventions, which are several, including new medicines that are killing the parasite at all the life cycle stages. That you not only have an impact on control, but also on blocking transmission.
Professor, thank you very much for joining us. It seems that there's still a long fight ahead of us, but the fact that we can contain it at the moment, that is good news. Thank you very much for the updates and joining us this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So best advice is if you're going to be traveling to an area that has a risk of malaria, take those precautions, take those creams and citronella oils as well to try and eliminate or avoid from getting bitten, and also make sure that you head to your doctor before you are heading into an area like that.
So I was just contemplating how awesome it is, first of all, having Furley here. People must have heard because we are trending #1 in Cape Town. Thank you, Cape Town. Thank you, Mother City. I always think that people are sitting right there tweeting like, yeah, I love you, I love you, love you. Now, what they might have heard is that we are about to make a blueberry, orange, and yogurt cake. Wow. Wow, that sounds amazing. Then you want to stand by. We're going to bring one of the classics to life. Avita is here, wowing audiences. We're going to bring you one breathtaking performance. Don't stray too far.
Clover Classic Custard and Clover Crush are #way better together. Stand a chance of winning daily cash and airtime prizes or the grand prize of a Toyota RAV4 when you buy a 1 kilogram classic custard and a 1 litre crush together. To enter the competition, dial *120 *5676# and follow the prompts. You'll need the barcodes from both products and can enter as many times as you like. For the full competition, T's and C's, visit clover.co.za.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on the Africa channel. Well, it's that time of the morning for us to get into the official duties with the news headlines.
Really feel my face about.
welcome back, you unbelievably beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in for what has been the coolest show, but it's only going to get better. Why? My Zulu princess.
Aww.
Zola, I love you so much, man.
I love you too.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Tell
because
me.
you bring me food.
Oh,
okay.
is that why?
That's the only reason. Okay. No, you're doing something really special, and I love the fact that this has got a bit of a summer vibe to it. It's a cake, but it feels fresh. What are you making?
It does, because it's got seasonal blackberries in there. Look,
Did I not call them blueberries earlier?
No, I thought you said blackberry.
Okay.
But look how beautiful they are. They're so
they are massive.
because they're in season and they're in their prime.
Beautiful.
Okay. So we're going to use blackberries and we're going to use orange as well to sort of counteract that citrus notes in the blackberries.
Very
you
cool.
could use lemons if you liked as well. And we're going to put yogurt in the cake to make it really tender.
And we got our Clover Classic, which I love.
Me too.
I've started eating full cream yogurt again because Jack eats full cream yogurt.
Oh, Jack.
So now I eat half of his food.
Okay.
I'm a bad
that's
parent.
That's not right.
Okay, so this looks really simple.
It is very,
not
very
a huge
simple.
amount of ingredients, but a lot of power
Yeah.
in terms of flavor. So where do we begin?
Okay, so in here I've got some caster sugar. I've just added some butter. It's even more simple if you have a machine. You could use your hand if you wanted, okay? So just cream together the sugar and the butter, just like so.
Cool. I like the dramatic effect of caster sugar in the air, just to add a bit of flair.
Okay. Oh, while I do this, you're going to get going with the icing for it, okay? So open up that Clover Classic.
Cool.
And you're going to add just a little dollop and whisk it into the icing sugar.
Is this my dolloping spoon?
That could be your dolloping spoon, that's fine.
Is that a dollop? Tablespoon?
A bit more than that, yeah.
So a dollop is like 2 tablespoons is what you're saying?
Okay, do that, that's
more?
fine.
Is that right?
One more, maybe one more.
So
Yeah,
it's
generous
dollop, okay.
Okay,
there we go.
then a tiny squeeze of orange juice.
Cool.
Just a small squeeze.
How's
there we
that?
go. Okay, that's enough. Okay,
Ooh,
a little at
yum.
a time, and then start whisking that together, and that's going to become our icing for the cake.
Ooh,
and if you
yum.
need more orange, just put a little bit more, but don't go too far because you want it to be pourable. Then to this, back onto the cake, I'm going to add the egg yolk. Ooh, the eggs one at a time. There we go.
Okay, wow,
Make
this
sure that
really
you whisk
mixes
that.
in, eh?
Then here we've got some cake flour and some baking powder, which we mix together, just like so. Okay, and then I did say that we're going to put some orange into this cake, and the orange comes in this inside the cake. In the zest, okay?
Nice.
In the icing, it's the juice.
Cool.
So the zest
It's amazing.
going in
A little
there.
goes a long way with your yogurt, eh?
It does. That's why I
look at
said
that.
you must go slow, hey?
Oh, nice. It's nice.
Okay, then to this, you just add the flour very, very slowly so it doesn't go all over the place and cloud
Is there a
me.
particular name for this kind of cake?
It's a bundt cake.
Bundt?
It's a bundt cake. That's because we're making it in a bundt tin.
Ah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound very romantic.
It is. What do you mean?
I think I've made
A
some
bundt cake.
cracker icing here.
That's a beautiful icing. You can actually pour it on top of the cake because I trust you that much because you did such a good job.
Like on my own?
On your own.
Right now?
Unsupervised.
I don't
Okay.
even know where to begin with that.
But
Cool.
I am watching, just so you know.
What are you wanting? Like an overall effect? A
Yeah,
drizzle?
so grab your dolloping spoon again and then just drizzle it onto the cake
You
and it'll
see,
sort of...
it was an icing spoon, not a dolloping spoon.
It was a dolloping and an icing spoon. Okay, I just want to show everybody what the batter looks like. You can see it's a regular sort of
thick,
cake
yeah.
batter. Here we go. Can you see into the bowl? Okay, then at this stage, take it off the machine if you're using a machine. Okay, then switch to just using your hand. That looks beautiful, Graham. Then take your beautiful blackberries and in here. Okay.
They are massive, those
They
things, man.
They are, and they're going to burst. Can you see in the cake
I was
how
going to say,
they
it creates
burst
such a
in the
dramatic
oven?
effect.
So you want to make sure that you fold them very gently, just like this. Make sure that you grease your bundt tin. If you don't have a bundt tin, you can use a regular
But it's
20
nice.
centimeter tin.
It's quite nice having the inside bit, if that's what it's called, the bundt bit, because then it cooks nice and evenly from the
Absolutely,
inside as well.
it does cook much more evenly and also in a shorter amount of time.
Oh man, this is looking amazing. So the keyword here is cake to 33728. If you would like us to send you this ingredients list directly to your phone, I'm leaving lots of icing on the side as well because I love it and I'm going to eat it just on its own. How long did you say this goes into the oven for?
This will bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. What I did forget to put into this is some more of that Clover Classic.
Okay,
So
so
don't
just
do
kind
that
of
at
soften
home.
it up.
Make sure you put the yogurt inside the batter too.
All right, well, we'll make it that much easier for you by providing you with a recipe. Just SMS the keyword cake to 33728 and we will send that to you. We're going to wrap this up inside and then we'll go and serve our very special guest some of that. Hey, really, really good.
Wow.
So I love you, man.
I love you too.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Well, there's nothing more special than getting to travel home, especially during the festive season, to see your loved ones. Now, you can stand a chance to win a 5,000 Rand travel voucher towards your travels this December. And of course, we've got exactly all the information on what you need to do. All you have to do is tell us, what does Baker's Choice Assorted bring to your family's Christmas?
Yep, easy as that. Then head over to the Baker's Biscuits Facebook page and reply to the competition post. The competition closes at 8 a.m. on Monday, the 4th of December. Vast raid supply, as well as those T's and C's. So just go on and visit Baker's Biscuits Facebook page for more info.
Biscuits?
Absolutely. These are my favorites.
Mine too.
Really?
Oh, we're winning.
Snap.
Twins.
Yes, it's time for a BP Fuel My Festive, where it's time for you to win some incredible prizes here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We have 7 boxes, of which 1 is already taken, but we have incredible Avios points to give away, as well as incredible prizes from BP and loot.co.za.
So I'm hoping we've got on the line Leonard Masinga. Leonard, good morning. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning. Yes, I'm here.
Very good morning to you, sir. Wishing you all the best of luck. So you know the drill. It's pretty simple. You've got to choose a letter and a box attached to that. We can no longer choose the O, but any of the other letters are yours. Which box would you like us to open for you?
I'll take P.
P. EXP.
P. There it is, my beautiful assistant.
I will take it
Read out your card.
Well, Leonard, you won yourselves 10,000 Avios points alongside a Romo Solo 2 power bank,
Very
as
nice.
well as 500 Rand in cash.
Congratulations, Leonard.
Thank you so much.
An absolute pleasure. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for playing along, and thanks for swiping your card at BP, filling up with 400 Rand or more. Remember, you automatically get entered into the Fuel My Festive competition, where you could walk away with 300,000 Avios points, which will basically fly you anywhere in the world, take care of accommodation, a rented car. It really will take you on a dream holiday. So keep entering, keep swiping your Avios card at BP every time you fill up with 400 Rand or more.
That competition's running until the 15th of December, and of course, for more information and all of those T's and C's, visit expressoshow.com or bp.co.za.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP, swipe your activated Avios card, and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
We always end the show in an epic way. After the break, we end with a performance from the classical musical Evita, Don't Move a Muscle.
Was that it? Yeah, let's go from the beginning.
Where do we go from here? This isn't where we intended to be. We had it all. You believed in me, I believed in you. Certainties disappear. What do we do for our dreams to survive? How do we keep all our passions alive as we used to do? Deep in my heart I'm concealing things that I'm longing to say, scared to confess what I'm feeling, frightened you'll slip away. You must love me, you must love me. Why are you at my side? How can I be any use to you now? Give me a chance and I'll let you see how nothing has changed. Deep in my heart I'm concealing things that I'm longing to say, scared to confess what
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, the story of Evita Duarte Perón has been memorialized in the classical musical Evita, composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. And of course, it's produced some of our most loved songs, like On This Night of a Thousand Stars, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, and one that you're about to hear very soon, You Must Love Me. But before we do that, let's talk to some of the stars of the show, Emma Kingston and Jonathan Roxmouth. Of course, no strangers to our show as well. Welcome. Good morning.
Thank you.
So good to have you. Emma, I'm going to start with you. I heard that you were personally chosen by the original composers of this incredible musical, Andrew and Tim. What does that mean for you to have such an incredible acknowledgement?
It was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
The day I found out, my agent actually called me, and I was out rehearsing for a concert in London, and I fell to the floor. I just couldn't believe that I was being given this opportunity. Wow. It's really incredible.
It's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then, of course, one of our very own, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan, you've been in everything from Phantom of the Opera, Sweeney Todd, Beauty and the Beast, and now you get to bring another international production and get to perform it on home soil. What does that mean to you?
We haven't had a production of Evita like this before. I mean, we've seen Evita here before. Yeah. But what was amazing about this one is that we had the people who were in the room originally.
Wow.
Teaching us the show. So normally when a team comes and teaches you a show, when you say why, the answer is generally, well, that's because we did it that way overseas.
Yeah.
This time around, when you said, why must I do that, they could tell you why, because they did it.
Exactly.
Which is an amazing experience to have.
awesome.
And I think it shows in the show that there's an extra polish to this production because we were able to ask those questions and go too far, which is just really good.
That's wonderful. Well, Emma's about to perform You Must Love Me, and don't worry, girl, we do love you, as we do Jonathan. So, Jonathan, let you and I leave the stage and give it over to Emma Kingston.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Where do we go from here? This isn't where we intended to be. We had it all. You believed in me. I believed in you. Certainties disappear. What do we do for our dreams to survive? How do we keep all our passions alive as we used to do? Deep in my heart I'm concealing things that I'm longing to say, scared to confess what I'm feeling, frightened you'll slip away. You must love me. You must love me. Why are you at my side? How can I be any use to you now? Give me a chance and I'll let you see how nothing has changed. Deep in my heart I'm concealing things that I'm longing to say, scared to confess what I'm feeling, frightened you'll slip away. You must love me. You must love me. You must love
can catch Evita at the Artscape Opera House all throughout December. And of course, you can find the dates of the performances on computicket.com. Please go and check it out. Of course, it's got our very own Jonathan coming here. Nice. Jonathan, absolutely amazing. Emma, you are so talented, such a beautiful voice. I can only imagine this combination must be amazing. So, guys, all the best. I will definitely be coming to check it out. But what is happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show?
That was amazing.
That was
amazing. That was so
good. Look at the boys. They're always so excited.
Yeah, listen, we have a great show lined up tomorrow. We're hanging out with our very own Loyiso Gola, mate. He's talking about his brand new show called Unlearning. And they will also hang out with the cast of She Is King, featuring Gugu Zulu and Kabonina, featuring or showcasing South African film at its best.
And then a hugely important day, not just for South Africa, for the continent, for the world. It is World AIDS Day. We're going to be commemorating it here on the show. So many vital facts that you guys need to know.
And then we also have some fun with some cake decorating tips taking place
As
tomorrow.
It's the festive season. Come on, come on. Well, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Really, really had a great Thursday. It was a Friday Eve at that, because tomorrow is Friday, heading into the weekend.
Check out Evita at the Artscape Opera House all throughout December. It's worth it. It's absolutely amazing.
It's
we'll
the
see you guys
1st of December tomorrow.
Yay!
The 1st of December.
Bye, South Africa.
Another Feel Good production.